I'm meteorologist Monica Woods checking on some changes finally moving into the forecast for northern and central California. Regional headlines. We're going to get through this beautiful Super Bowl weekend with great weather for the coast, for the valley, some morning fog, then sunshine. Weekend changes appearing for the foothills and snow finally making a return to the Sierra as well. Here's a look at our Levi's Stadium forecast. And as you can see, a mix of sun and clouds in there. Temperatures around 70 on Friday, and then we'll cool things into the mid 60s with fairly light winds for the coast into our weekend outlook. Kickoff at 3:30 for that big game. Futurecast showing us a little bit of fog returning to the Central Valley. It quickly erodes, though, into our Saturday afternoon. We'll see dry conditions. We'll start to see some slight changes for the weekend outlook, mainly just more in the way of cloud cover, but still largely on the dry side. But then we quickly turn our attention to a likely wetter and likely cooler forecast, especially for the middle of February. And we need it as well. The rainy season was off to a great start. The wettest months of the year, though, are proving to be fairly dry. So December and January, which are two of our three wettest months, ended up on the short side of things after a great start in October and November. So again, we need to get things going. February, the second wettest month of the year, would be nice to put a lot in the rain bucket and put a lot more snow on the Sierra. And it looks like things are starting to signal some changes here with our weather pattern and the storm track starting to sink to the south here. We've got some showers popping up here by early Monday, and that connects to another weather system off the coast, kind of feeding us with moisture right through the Central Valley, all along the coast, and snow finally for the Sierra by the middle of next week. Friday temperature highs right around 50 for the Sierra. We're in the 60s to low 70s throughout the foothills with our central Sierra. Also seeing some warm notes here, highs in the 50s. We're in the 70s for the Central Valley. It looks like we'll see more in the way of fog by the weekend forecast. Fairly dry, though, for our Friday. Highs in the 60s along the central coast. We'll see those highs in the 70s for the much of the San Joaquin Valley. Santa Cruz up to 64. And as we travel towards the Bay Area, so much activity brewing around the Patriots and Seattle Seahawks taking on each other on Sunday. So we've got the fan experience in the Bay Area and, of course, the big game in Santa Clara. Highs are going to be in the 60s and 70s for our Friday. A little cooler for the weekend. We're in the 50s and 60s across the northwest coast. On the north end of the valley, highs are going to be close to 70, and the capital region highs in the 60s to right around 70 for our Friday before we start to see some cooler weather for the weekend outlook. A little bit of patchy low clouds and a mix of some clouds moving in there as that weather system tries to start to make its approach into Northern California. It makes a much bigger impact on Monday and Tuesday, with temperatures dropping into the 30s for the Sierra by next Tuesday. As we head into the foothills, again, some weekend changes, cooler, more clouds, and then the opportunity of showers moving in by the time we get into the middle of next week. We're dry across the coast. Got to take a little bit of time for the rain bands to start to pick up, getting through this very solid ridge of high pressure across the west coast. So again, we're going to track those changes, not only at the opportunity for rain, but also some cooler weather moving into the outlook by next week. And that will take us into our Valentine's Day weekend forecast, which also includes the chance of rain and cooler weather.